Good morning students. Today in this video we are going to see chromosomes, DNA and genes. What do you mean by chromosome, DNA and gene? Our body is made of millions of cells. When we are taking a cell, inside the cell there is nucleus. Inside the nucleus there is nucleolus, chromatin reticulum and a colloidal substance called nucleoplasm. Now this chromatin reticulum, it contains to form chromosome. This chromatin reticulum, it contains to form chromosome packed with DNA. And the particular segment of the DNA is said to be gene. And the specific position of the gene is said to be locus. So when you are taking gene, what do you mean by gene? The particular segment of the DNA is said to be gene. What do you mean by DNA? They are the long thread-like structures present inside the chromosomes. So chromosomes, they are the thin thread-like structures which are formed from chromatin reticulum. And this chromatin reticulum, they are seen inside the nucleus. The nucleus are seen inside the cell. During cell division, the genetic information present in the gene is passed from one generation to another. Now coming to the structure of chromosome. So when you are taking the structure of chromosome, what are chromosomes? The chromosomes are long, thin thread-like structures consisting of two identical strands called sister chromatids held together by a centromere. You see here. So here, this is centromere. Centromere, and these are chromatids. So here we are saying it is sister chromatids because these chromatids, they are identical. So we are saying it as sister chromatids. Each chromatid, they are formed of spirally coiled structure called chromonema. Chromonema. And this chromonema, it consists of bead. It consists of bead-shaped structure called as chromomeres. So see, each chromatid, this is the chromatid, isn't it? Each chromatid is formed of spirally coiled structure called chromonema. And this chromonema, it consists of bead-shaped structure called chromomeres. Chromosomes, they are made of DNA, RNA, proteins and metallic ions. Coming to the detailed study of chromosomes, this chromosome, it consists of four main parts. So the first one is primary construction. Primary construction. So this primary construction, it is also said to be centromere. It's also said to be centromere. The two arms of the chromosomes meet at a point called primary construction. So see here. So listen here. The two arms. So this area, it is said to be primary construction. Primary construction. The two arms, so this is the centromere, are primary construction, and the two arms, they are held by means of primary construction. It's a region where the spindle fibers attach to the chromosomes during cell division. The next one is secondary construction. Some chromosomes possess secondary construction at any point of the chromosomes and are known as nuclear organizer, and they are said to be nuclear organizer. So nuclear organizer means it's responsible for the formation of nucleolus in the nucleus. So coming to the secondary construction, so this is secondary construction. So some chromosomes possess secondary construction at any point of the chromosomes, and they are said to be nuclear organizer. So what do you mean by nuclear organizer? It's responsible for the formation of nucleolus in the nucleus. And the next one is telomere. Telomere. The terminal end of the chromosome is called telomere. So here it is said to be telomere. The terminal end of the chromosome is said to be telomere, and it maintains and provides stability to the chromosomes. So telomere, the terminal end of the chromosome is said to be telomere. It provides stability to the chromosomes. And the last one is satellite. Satellite. Some of the chromosomes, they have an elongated knob-like structure called satellite. So some of the chromosomes, they have an elongated knob-like structure called as satellite, and is present at one end of the chromosomes. The chromosome with satellite are known as SAT chromosomes. What do you mean by SAT chromosomes? The chromosome with satellite are known as SAT chromosomes. So when you are taking the chromosome, there is a primary construction, secondary construction, telomere and satellite. Types of chromosomes based on position. So based on position, the chromosomes are classified into 4 types. They are metacentric, submetacentric, acrocentric, and telocentric. So based on the position, the chromosomes are classified into metacentric, submetacentric, acrocentric and telocentric. First coming to metacentric. In metacentric, the centromere is seen in the center with 2 equal arms. The centromere is seen in the center. This is the centromere and these are the chromatids. So centromere is seen in the center with 2 equal arms. It is also called as V-shaped chromosomes because it looks like the appearance of V. Then submetacentric. In submetacentric, the centromere is found near the chromosome and is giving the appearance of L. So it is said to be L-shaped or J-shaped. Then acrocentric. In acrocentric, the centromere lies towards one end. So it is having a short arm and a long arm and is rod shaped. So this acrocentric, it is rod shaped chromosomes. And telocentric. Telocentric centromere lies in the proximal end and is having a long arm. It is also rod shaped. It's also rod shaped. Then based on the function. So based on the function, the chromosomes are classified into two. They are autosomes and allosomes. Autosomes and allosomes. So how many pairs of chromosomes are seen in our body? Yes, 23 pairs. 23 pairs, or we are saying it as 46. 23 pairs, or we can say it as 46. So of this 23 pairs, 22 pairs are said to be autosomes. 22 pairs are said to be autosomes, and the last one pair, it is said to be allosomes. Now this autosomes, it's also said to be somatic cell. It is also said to be somatic cell, or it is also said to be body cell. So autosomes, they are also said to be somatic cell or body cells. And this allosomes, they are said to be sex cells or sex chromosomes. Sex cells are sex chromosomes. And there are two types of sex chromosomes. They are X chromosomes and Y chromosomes. So there are two types of sex chromosomes. They are X and Y chromosomes. So here when you are taking the male, it have one X chromosome and one Y chromosome. The male, it have one X chromosome and one Y chromosomes. The female have two X chromosomes. Female have two X chromosomes. Now this somatic cells, they are always diploid in number. The somatic cells, they are always diploid in number, that is 2n. They are always diploid. And the sex chromosomes, they are always haploid. Haploid, that is only 1n. So see here, this male, the male, it possesses one chromosome, haploid chromosome. Female possesses one haploid chromosomes. So these allosomes are the sex chromosomes, they are always haploid, and the somatic cells, they are always diploid in nature. And the last one is karyotype. Karyotype. So here karyo means nucleus. Karyo means nucleus. So karyotype, karyo means nucleus. So karyotype is the arrangement of number, size and shape of chromosomes in the nucleus of an organism. So karyo means what? Nucleus. So karyotype, define karyotype. Karyotype means arrangement of number, size and shape of chromosomes in the nucleus of an organism. Another one, ideogram. Ideogram. So ideogram means the diagrammatic representation of karyotype of an organism is said to be ideogram. So what do you mean by ideogram? The diagrammatic expression of karyotype of an organism. So define karyotype. It's nothing but the arrangement of number, size and shape of chromosomes in the nucleus of an organism. Now coming to the functions of chromosomes. So based on the function, the chromosomes are classified into two types. What are they? Autosomes and allosomes. Autosomes are also said to be somatic cells and body cells. They are always diploid in nature. Allosomes, they are also said to be sex chromosomes and they are haploid in nature. I hope you all might have understood and you study the structure of chromosome and the types of chromosomes as homework.